Oh, he speaks so well. I mean, he speaks so well. He really speaks well. He speaks so well. Speak so well is not a compliment. Speak so well is something you say about retarded people that can talk. What do you mean he speaks so well? He's an educated black man. What the fuck, you dirty motherfucker? What do you, okay. So everybody remember that Chris Rock skit. Hopefully. Maybe not. But he was talking about Colin Powell. Okay. Well, that's the same energy they give for Barack Obama. You know, Biden was like, yo, he's well-dressed. You know, he's well-mannered, well-dressed. You know, basically saying niggas don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Niggers are pretty much ignorant. But remember, this is his VP. So Obama knew about dirty-ass Biden. Few things. Hold on. For one, people always said that Biden's term was Obama's third term. That was just a joke. Then it turned out that his Biden's son Hunter was into doing foreign dirty deals. Then it turned out that Biden was the big guy. But now we're finding out that it's Obama that's the big guy. And here's the thing. If he was lying then that means his wife's a liar. That means there is a real reason why we can't find any pregnancy pictures of her. Now, I'm not going to say that she's a guy like a lot of people say. A lot of people say, oh, she's a dude. I'm not going to go that far. But what I am going to say is it wouldn't shock me, you know, seeing how Obama did the gay thing or the gay marriage rights, whatever, and Biden did a redux of it. So it's the same agenda. People hired Barack because he was black. They didn't hire him because he did a good job, because he didn't. He did a terrible job. This country went from $4 trillion to $20 trillion in debt with him. So, hold on. Oh, man. So, yeah, like I said, you know, and thanks to the coons, you know, we're going to call it what it is. We're not going to fully blame white people. No, we're going to blame dumbass black people, because that's why y'all voted for him. Y'all voted for a nigga that popped out of nowhere on his presidential run that y'all never knew nothing about until that year. And you didn't see nothing dirty about that. You guys knew who Colin Powell was. You guys knew who Clarence Thomas was for the longest. You mean to tell me Barack's in Chicago, a predominantly black city? He's this chariot of fire that we're calling him because, you know, we're going to vote for him to be president. And nobody knew who he was? None of you. Not even you Chicago niggas. You mean to tell me Oprah Winfrey is from that city? Before he ran for the presidential nominee, why didn't she have him on her show? Why wasn't she gloating about him? Like, yo, we got this charismatic senator or whatever Barack was, you know what I'm saying? And, yo, he's going places. Why didn't we ever get that introduction of him? And why did we meet him as Barack and not Barry, the guy who made that book? Why didn't we meet Barry Santoros? Why did we meet Barack Obama, a name that he changed? Remember, oh, he's supposed to be from Africa. No, his name is Barry. So why would he become Barack now that he's running for president? Come on, bro. It's a setup. Now, listen.
We are back with a Fox News alert. Former President Donald Trump heads to Miami today as he faces dozens of charges over his handling of classified documents.
Both federal and local authorities ramping up security measures ahead of tomorrow's hearing as his supporters rally around him. Jonathan Zeri live for us this morning in Miami with the very latest. Morning, Jonathan.
Morning, Kevin. Former President Trump is expected to travel to Miami today to meet with his legal team 1 day ahead of his scheduled appearance at this federal courthouse in Miami to answer to those charges. He's been indicted on 37 counts related to the alleged mishandling of classified White House documents stored in various locations around his Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach, Florida. The charges include 31 counts of willful retention of national defense information, with other charges related to Mr. Trump's alleged efforts to conceal the documents from federal investigators. South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham says, although he doesn't like certain things the former president did, Mr. Trump faces a double standard.
Most Republicans believe we live in a country where Hillary Clinton did very similar things and nothing happened to her.
Yep. And here's the thing. I'm not saying that Trump shouldn't be arrested if he did something wrong. What I'm saying is, if Hillary Rodham Clinton did not only the same but worse and got off, you have to let Trump off, because nobody is stupid, guys. Nobody is stupid. You can lock up the Republican, but not lock up the Democrat. And the Democrat, like you guys were talking about him, taking stuff to Mar-a-Lago. Bro, she destroyed 13 fucking BlackBerry phones. She she got rid of evidence. She tampered with it. At least with Trump, you're getting all your evidence back. She destroyed it. We know. And then y'all let her off? Come on, bro. I don't even care about Trump like that. That's not the point. The point is, are you seeing what they're doing? And why would they be doing this?
President Trump will have his day in court, but espionage charges are absolutely ridiculous. Whether you like Trump or not, he did not commit espionage. Nope. He did not disseminate, leak, or provide information to a foreign power or the news organization to damage.
And we will never know what Hillary did, because she destroyed all the evidence before anybody got to it. And they let her slide. The Democrats let her slide, not the Republicans. The Democrats let her slide. I wish it wasn't red and blue. I wish black people really knew more than they knew. You know what I'm saying? And it's all possible. It's all capable. It's all right here. You know what I'm saying? But the American people better start putting their glasses on. You guys better really stop going off your emotion, because this country wasn't even built off emotions. It was built off hard work. We're getting weak due to people not being correct and going off their emotions. That's why we're having these problems.
This country. He is not a spy.
Other Republicans accuse the Justice Department of slow-stepping investigations into allegations of impropriety with President Biden's financial dealings with a foreign national when he was vice president.
I read it again and I realized that there were 2 footnotes in there that referenced other 1023s. This is going to turn out, I think, a lot like the suspicious activity reports that the Treasury Cabinet had on the Bidens. There are a lot more of these than what the federal government wants to admit. And the question is, why hasn't the federal government done anything about it?
One of the nation's leading legal scholars says accusations that special counsel Jack Smith targeted Trump could play well in court for the former president.
Well, I predicted it. If you put aside all your resources and do what Justice Jackson warned about 80 years ago, where he said it's a question of picking the man and then searching the law books or putting investigators to work to pin some offense on him. That's what they did. And Jack Smith is wrong when he says there's one set of laws. He was assigned only one job, to get Trump.
But we all can see that you're fucking insane.
At rallies over the weekend, Mr. Trump accused the Justice Department of trying to suppress his political ambitions, but he tells Politico even if he is convicted, he will continue to campaign for a second term in the White House.
Man, motherfucker. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Over here, basically lightweight cussing at somebody on my phone, but it's like, nah. Yo, this shit is ridiculous, yo. This shit is ridiculous.
Bet there's rich folks eating from a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can be free. But those people keep a moving, and that's what tortures me.
All right.
That's why you got to be wide awake. By the way, are you wide awake this morning? If you were in the Benny Brigade. And to you haters out there, stay salty. die mad. Ladies and gentlemen, Patriot Mobile is the phone service that I use. I use it to stay connected. I use it to see.
Okay about that? Where we at?
Well, at least he had a cool mustache. Joe Biden doesn't even have that. Joe Biden's hair is fake. Can't even grow real hair. His hair's plastic. He was bald as a bat in the 70s. Fake plastic. After you for political purposes. Alan Dershowitz, Hillary Clinton supporter, Bill Clinton supporter, defending Donald Trump. Interesting. Watch.
Right now, there's no evidence that they actually allowed anybody to read the material, but it's a offense, and it will be a fascinating trial. It is not a slam dunk conviction.
Yeah, that's great points, both of you. Did you talk about that legal twist that you were referring to earlier, Alan?
The legal twist is yes. What if, in fact, there is evidence that would be enough to go to a jury, but that evidence would never have been obtained if not for the illegal, unlawful, and unconstitutional targeting only of Republicans rather than Democrats? Or
Now, why is he saying that? Now, remember, he's a supporter of Hillary and Barack. Why would he say that? For one, because he's not in court. He's not going to court. He don't have no problems. He's saying that because he's just being straightforward. He's like, we can clearly see that you guys are dogging out the Republicans, bro. You guys aren't being fair at all. You're using your Hollywood and your media influence. Because like I keep telling people, the Democrats work for the devil. That is the devil here in this country. It doesn't matter what you think about Republicans. Every racist Republican is a Democrat. That's what they are. That's why there's a word for it. It's called rhino. You've never heard of a word about a fake Democrat. You've never heard, they don't have a word, but they do have words for fake Republicans, and it's called a rhino. Okay, there are rhinos over there, of course, because that's how they snuck on that side. That's how the racism got over there. That's how. It's Democrats. How the hell can you, salute grandpa and grandma in the good old antebellum South and not know you were Democrats, Dixiecrats? How could you not know that? That's just stupid. That's like, you join a gang and don't know who the originator is. It's like, bro, why are you here? You're not privy into the information you should know. So I say that to people, walking up and down the street all around the place. You guys have to realize shit don't change. Ain't shit changed, but your draws. Hopefully. Ain't shit changed. It's the same spell. It's the same script because remember, you're being lied to. So you can't say that, sorcery doesn't exist because that's what the whole point of a spell is. I put you in a false reality. You're hypnotized, sleep, obey. It's like the whole zombie effect. That's where that comes from. Let's keep going.
for blacks other than whites or Trump, other than anybody else. That's going to be a very interesting, novel argument that eventually the Supreme Court might accept.
Holy smokes. Our in-house attorney, Mike Davis, just got his angel wings. Good for him. Because Alan Dershowitz just used Mike Davis's terminology, illegal and unconstitutional raid on Donald Trump's.
The Mar-a-Lago raid was illegal. And then here's the other thing that he said. You guys cannot prove that anybody read these documents. And for the record, even if you did find proof, he's like, I don't believe it. But even if you did find proof, it wouldn't be admissible because you guys illegally searched him. This is a ex-president. You guys did so stupid. Like y'all went so left, so off that it's kind of unredeemable.
Home. Way to go, Mike. Mike Davis is then on this program arguing, he's our in-house attorney, you know him well if you watch the program, arguing that there is something called the Presidential Records Act. And in this indictment information that they released about Donald Trump, including the embarrassing photos of boxes, stash places, so weird that they never released photos of Joe Biden's garage. They never released photos of the water closet that Hillary Clinton's server was on. They never released those photos. You never get photos of Joe Biden, Barack Obama keeping his documents at a McDonald's. Man, I'm loving it. You never ever get to see those. Joe Biden was keeping his documents inside of the trunk of a Corvette inside of a garage that Hunter Biden had access to and that the Chinese government had a key to. We know that because of Hunter Biden's laptop. We can actually see his meeting schedule. He was meeting with CCP affiliated business partners in the home with the classified documents. And there was no security. Barack Obama kept his classified documents deep fat fried in a McDonald's in Chicago. Literally a storage unit next to a McDonald's. You order a Big Mac and you get like maybe a document shoved in there. Special sauce.
Sick the dogs on you.
Bill Clinton kept them in a sock drawer. Hillary Clinton had no right to have the classified documents because she was never president. Neither was Joe Biden. It's a totally different thing with Clinton and Obama because at least they were president and they're covered. Document shoved in there.
Me over talking my bad. I
CCP affiliated business partners in the home with the classified documents. And there was no security.
Peace to you.
Barack Obama kept his classified documents deep fat fried in a McDonald's in Chicago. Literally a storage unit next to a McDonald's.
Now, you know what the weird thing about that storage that Obama had? Because it ain't just him. George Bush Jr. did some shit like that also. And people are like, see, he's a Republican. No. I tell people this shit goes all the way from George Bush Sr. to Barack. It stops at Barack because people got to keep this in mind. Trump is a fluke. Damn, like I don't know why y'all keep thinking that like he stole that election. No, he didn't. 2016 is a fluke. Everybody knows because Hillary was a shoo-in. Once he came out with them emails, they started dogging her. And then, also at that time of the Pizzagate thing was out. You know what I mean? And remember, there's 85,000 kids missing courtesy of the Democrat Party, you know what I'm saying, from the border. So don't get it twisted. And under Biden's presidency, that girl, that one actor got indicted and arrested, and they threw it under the radar, and she was trafficking girls. You know what I'm saying? Sex trafficking. So it's like, why is Hollywood connected with sex trafficking? Why is the government connected with sex trafficking? Even if people don't want to, admit it, but we all know the Franklin cover-up. So it's like the shit goes back. I keep telling people, I'm not saying that Republicans are squeaky clean because it's not about Republicans. It's about individuals over there. You know what I'm saying? The ones that you never hear from, we already know they're in the pocket. You already know they're in the pocket. The ones that you never hear from that's a Republican, those are the ones that's in the pocket. You don't hear nothing from no fucking, what's that corpse they got over there? Mitch McConnell and shit. You don't be hearing nothing from that old motherfucker. He don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? There's only a few Republicans that be gunning anyway, like John Kennedy, Halsey, Cotton, Ted Cruz, what's the other one? Damn. Oh, my dude, Paul, Rand Paul. Yo, that dude's a beast. And the other one, the one from Ohio, I forgot his name, but there's only like a handful of these motherfuckers. The other, you know how big the Republican Party is? Like 200 and something members, bro. You're only hearing from 8 of them. But when it comes to the Democrats, you hear about from everybody. You hear about from this whatever they call it, the stage, the clique, the crew, where the fuck them up, the squad. Hear from them. You got all these activists, they're Democrats. You got all these celebrities. Remember when the whole pandemic first started, you had Will I Am and all them was gunning at Trump. So it's like, bruh, why is that? KRS asked that question a long time ago. Why is that?
Like you order a Big Mac and you get like maybe a document shoved in there. Special sauce. Bill Clinton kept them in a sock drawer. Hillary Clinton had no right to have the classified documents because she was never president. Neither was Joe Biden. It's a totally different thing with Clinton and Obama because at least they were president and they're covered and protected by something called the Presidential Record Act. Records Act, which means that if you were president, then you have the plenary power to hold classified information because all of the power actually exudes from you. It's very much like being a royal in a sense. It's the best our founders could come up with. There is an executive, and within that man or woman, doesn't preclude woman, but has never been a woman. Thank God, not Hillary. Within that person, there exudes the power to hold, to present, to maintain, to class.
Oh yeah, this is the Benny Johnson show. Yo, like, share, subscribe. Benny's all right. Benny's all right. You know what I'm saying? He got his show. He do his thing. You know, he talks about whatever topics he talk about, but Benny's all right.
Classify or unclassify these documents. You are the chief executive and the commander-in-chief. It is a very different thing for somebody who has not been the chief executive or the president. It's a very different thing for Hillary Clinton or Joe Biden. Donald Trump has...
See, this is what he's saying. He's like, yo, okay, the Trump thing. All right, yo, yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's left the White House. Oh, he has stuff from when he was in the White House. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's not supposed to have it. All right. But he still has the title of president. I'm bad, Benny. I see
that power.
But he still had the title of president when we're talking about this. When Hillary was Secretary of Defense and she destroyed those BlackBerries and got all them emails, she was not the president. When Biden had all them classified documents that he had, and they know it was when he was VP because how old they are. They're like, what the fuck are you even doing with this, bro? And you got it in your garage, just in the back of the car, just chilling. Like, why are important documents in the back of your car, bro? And just scattered around the house, in the garage? Why is this? You weren't president, bro. Now people want to, oh, it was nothing. Bro, that's what we're saying about Trump. What he had was nothing. Oh, they were documents. Man, shut up. Y'all don't care about that anyway. Nobody believes you. What I know for a fact is Trump wasn't a politician. That's what I do know. What I know for a fact is Trump vouched for Jesse Jackson when he ran for president. That's not a racist, bro. Ain't no fucking racist gonna back up Jesse Jackson taking pictures with Muhammad Ali and Rosa Parks, bro. Now, you could say he's a Jesuit. I'll give you that because you already know how I feel about two-shirt Jesse. You know what I'm saying? As far as Rosa Parks, they put her in front of the story about Claudia. I think that's her name, Claudia or Claudie, the real story that happened about getting kicked off the bus. It was a 15-year-old girl. You know what I'm saying? And this happened before the Rosa Parks story. So people feel that Rosa Parks was like a buffer, like they threw her in there. They made her do that, like it was set up. And a lot of people believe it. A lot of people are like, well, it makes sense. I mean, they're trying to make a political point. It could be true. You know what I mean? I believe it is. And I know why in Boule Masonry. Okay. Now, in that sense, you could say, oh, well, Trump got to be a part of it too. Okay. What part? Supporting black people? Keeping you with your guns? Arresting people? You know what I'm saying? Criminals? Upholding the law? He don't seem like a bad Mason to me, motherfucker. That don't sound like one. You know what I'm saying? Bad Masons are into bad stuff. So if Trump is sworn in, which I know he is, all these motherfuckers Masons, I don't think he's with a bad cut. I don't think so at all. Because you also got that black woman that was homeless in Trump Towers and he let her stay there. It's like, bro, there's too many different stories. All the Central Park 5, nigga, everybody thought they were guilty. Shit, people thought OJ wasn't guilty. I'm a motherfucking melanated being, and even I know he killed that bitch because I would have. Motherfucker, I'm OJ Simpson. You running around cheating on me. You just a little snowflake, bitch. What the fuck? Oh, I can't go out like that. I'm the juice. So you gonna have to leak some juice. motherfucker. Yo, it is what it is. Be like, yo, you dirty. No. I'm just being honest. I'm saying how, man, like, I don't believe a man would be in a Bronco driving on the freeway talking about killing himself if somebody murdered his wife. That doesn't make any sense. Why you want to kill yourself? What the fuck you mad? You should be out there with a motherfucking gun on the hunt. Like, yo, I'm gonna find this bastard who took my wife. It's like, nah. I'm gonna kill myself. Come on, bro. Who else did that? The bitch who killed Selena, that dirty asshole. I hate that bitch. I killed my friend. I want you to kill myself. We didn't do it, bitch. Fucking blow your head off. No. And did she murder Selena? Yeah, she did. Ain't nobody gonna pull some I want to kill myself because they didn't do it. That shit don't make no fucking sense. So back to the point. Trump could be affiliated, but I know that it's a true chessboard game. We talk about light and dark on this page, black and white, and how they're the representation of the board, but it's not through skin or credence by birth. It's actually through indoctrination on what they're teaching these sides. Okay, well, on the bigger scale of the chessboard, there's righteousness, which is light, which we're representing as white, and then there is wickedness, which is darkness, which is represented by black. Okay, that is who we're dealing with. We're dealing with people that are on the dark side and people that are on the light side. I don't feel Trump is on the dark side. I don't, because Trump was loved in America from black and white until he ran for president. Period. Every rapper quoted they wanted to be like Trump. Everyone. From the East Coast to the West Coast to the down south to the Midwest player, they all, and I got the transcripts. I got the video. I could play it if I wanted to. I got the transcripts. They all, you know what? Fuck that. I ain't going to bed yet. Bitches. Not yet. Hold on. You know what? I feel like being where we at. You know what's so funny? Somebody was saying that what I be talking about, you know what I'm saying? I'll be worrying about other people. I should be worried about myself. You know, the funny thing is, like, people act like I don't worry about my own life. Like, I have to be with me every day, guys. Like, I'm always dealing with me. What I'm wondering is, why would you want a grown man, to go through the world seeing the chaos in it and not standing up and saying something or doing something or challenging what is going on? Tell me, how does that make any sense? Like, this video, because a lot of people want you to be like that. They want you to not care. They don't give a damn. Just don't care. And to tell you the truth, I wish I was that type of person. I've always wished I was that type of person. Like, I've always wished. I've always wished I was that guy that had the fuckets, that did not give a fuck. Like, oh, just let him die. Just let him burn. I don't give a fuck. Fuck him. But I just can't do it, y'all. Oh shit, I forgot. That's where I'm tripping. I'm on the wrong, I'm at the wrong location. I'm thinking, because I'm like, where the hell did I put this thing? No. I'm at the wrong location. Hold on, I got to go somewhere else. Hold up. Check this shit out right here. And I wonder, should I let y'all hear it? You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it like this real quick. do it like this real fast. Can we agree that America is a corporation and not a country, and it only includes the 10-mile radius of Washington, D.C.? Now, I've heard that multiple times, and I know that that is true because people can own land. I understand where you're going with that. Here's the thing. What you meant to say was, can we agree that the United States of America is a corporation and not a country? Yes, I agree. America is a continent. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be technical, because that daring gape that people keep talking about that they can't get across, it doesn't mean that the ground is not attached, goofy. That's what kills me about those type people. I'm not talking about you at all. I'm saying those type people kill me. They're like, oh, America, South America, and North America because the Darien Gate. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. It is literally connected, and you're telling me it's not connected. Therefore, it's two different continents. You are insane. You are an out of Africa theory insane person. Like, you're insane. And you're insane because before DNA tests, before they told you were from Africa, before all this literature and movies and theater that they gave, before any of this, what they did was they changed people on the census. And you know what? Actually, hold up, y'all. Hold up. Because y'all all up in my shit. You know what? Hold up. You're all up in my shit. Hold up. No. I got my bills and shit on there. Fucking discussions. Look, we'll just play it. You guys will be able to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to interact with people. I got to interact with the world. You know what I'm saying? I get into arguments with people about inbox. People inbox me, argue. People try to sell me stuff, all them type stuff. You're like, well, wait a minute. I can't have all that information. But what I can say is this. I'm going to get back into this video. But late bloomer, we're damn sure going to talk more about what you're speaking on because it's a beautiful discussion. How many rappers did like Trump? Let's check this out. Let's listen. Hold on. I gotta find the value. Do it again. Hold up. Let's do that again. See, now we at least heard Ice Cube, Ice-T, Nelly, Redman, Puff Daddy, Lil Wayne, damn show Raekwon and Ghostface. We guess who's the Black Trump? We've been used to say it. So Trump is cool in the hood. Trump is so cool in the hood, he literally guest starred on a skit on Method Man's album. Method Man's second album, Donald Trump is on it. This is how racist this motherfucker is. This is how racist Donald Trump is. He votes for Jesse Jackson to be president in the 80s. He's on Method Man's album. And lets a homeless black lady stay in the Trump Towers for free. Some fucking racist. I know. It's crazy. All right. But here's the thing. That's what they had to get us with. Emotions. You know what I'm saying? They had the Kanika Jenkins story. They had the white vans. They had Oregon trafficking. You know what I'm saying? Because see, I used to think it was split. I never knew that it was connected. I never knew black stories and white stories were actually both co-inspired psyops. I never knew that until all this George Floyd shit started going down. And people were like, nah, you know, they killed the innocent black man. Thought that nigga robbed a black woman, put a gun to her pregnant stomach. He should have gotten worse. Shouldn't have been a knee on the neck. It should have been a motherfucking foot. He's high on dope. When they pull him over, they're like, oh, no, he ain't had no drugs in his system. Bro, he did have drugs in his system. Oh, well, that doesn't mean he deserves to die. I didn't say that. I'm saying this dude has a criminal background. He's a motherfucker. He's a felon, bro. He's in Scarface videos, bro. Like, knock it off. He's in Scarface videos. He's a ex-felon. You got fentanyl in his system. He was a security guard with the white cop, like, dog. And people were like, oh, he was jealous because you're a fucking idiot. This is the fucking Illuminati, you dumb motherfuckers. They're showing you the connection from the rip. They're showing you that they were connected. I'm not saying that Chauvin was that dude that used to have that taxi cab show because people were saying that, but I'm like, nah, I ain't saying that. I'm saying I don't believe Chauvin's ever been in jail. Why ain't we heard about Chauvin getting raped? Why ain't Chauvin been shoving yet? Chauvin. Why ain't Chauvin been beat the fuck up? Why not? What about the black dude? What about the Asian dude they just indicted? Why haven't we heard none of these stories, my nigga? CNN, all these goofy ass stations love to talk about justice. Oh, well, he deserved it. And Trump indicted him. So y'all ain't talking about Derek Chauvin? Y'all got him. What about the other dude, Audrey? What happened to that old dude and his son? You ain't heard about them beat the fuck up? What about that weird ass black dude that ran everybody, the Kenosha parade massacre? What about him? You ain't heard about him getting raped, stabbed, he's dead, nothing? See, once you analyze these cases, like, whatever, the black girl that got killed for messing with some drug dealer knucklehead. Why they give you them old EMT pictures? Like she was like really a nurse. And no, she did that for like 3 months, man. Knock it off. Why would they serve you like that? And who's the one doing the serving? I'm not saying we're not struggling. I'm not saying that we're not going through something serious. What I'm saying is if you don't step, like both sides need to step out of that old mix. Black people need to step out of that inferior, rebel, ghetto, thug, revolutionary stuff. And white people need to step out of that racism stuff because both of you are wrong. It's not about the black and the white on the board. It's about the person that's playing the pieces. That's where the Indian talk comes in. This is my thing. All of it's connected. You talking about global elites, devil worshippers and stuff. Okay, what would be the greatest trick on earth? To steal the golden land, to split it up into two and call it two continents, knowing that it's one, lying from the jump. Then talking about some Christopher Columbus that people don't even credit to exist. Like Irvin wrote that story. That's a novel. A dude wrote about this character. We don't really know if like this person exists. They don't have the grave. They don't have the bones. Same thing they say about prophets in the Bible. There's no Christopher Columbus bones. People could have been debunked that if Christopher Columbus is real or not. Where's the grave? So okay. This guy comes in 1492 to America. 1492. I'm going to say it again. 1492. He meets some people in what they call Hispaniola. And he calls them Indians because he thought he was in India, but he was in the West Indies. This is what they say. But there is no India in 1492. There's Hindustan, and it's full of Hindus. And still to this day, the Vedas are referred to Hinduism. That's another lie. So Why are all these lies here? That's the thing. See, that's the point of the mix where we're about to get back to the video. Why are all these lies here? What are they hiding? They're just, in the government, and they just hating on people that are not part of the government. Like Trump was not a part of the government. It doesn't matter if you like him or not. He was not a politician. Nobody. He was a fluke. Trump winning the first election is a fluke. I'm not saying that he's, bad. I'm saying nobody saw that coming. None of us. Nobody. There's no way that you can say that Hillary wasn't next up. She had to be, because look what Obama was letting Biden do. And if Obama was letting Biden do it, we know he got a cut. Remember that joke people were saying that Biden presidency is actually Obama's third term? Why do you think they said that? Because he knew what he was doing. He knew about, why do you think we're in war in Ukraine? Why do you think we're protecting Ukraine? Who the fuck are these niggas? You're not a humanitarian. You don't care about people. Nobody said that. Saying, who the fuck is Ukraine? Who the fuck is them? Yo, Czechoslovakia is not doing that great right now. They ain't never done nothing to you. Why don't you help them? What about Zimbabwe? Shit, Spain is broken mother. Ain't got no bread like that. Why don't you help them? Why out of all places would it be somewhere that the ex-VP is involved in business through these LLC companies, laundering money to his whole fucking family? It wasn't just him and his son who got paid off. There's a gang of different Bidens that's getting snaps. A gang of them. Why is that? How did the Obamas leave the richest president, family ever? How did that happen? Where do you get the money from? How do you leave the richest president ever and you put the country in the most debt it had ever been in? How did that happen? Come on, people. Come on, talk to me. Come on, people. Talk to me. This is for us. We in this land. We from this land. We own this land. Okay. If they desecrate it and, turn it into dust, where will we go? You don't know no damn West African. You is not going to be chilling in no damn Ghana. I don't care how many times you visit it. I don't care how many times they tell you from Africa. You know damn well you ain't no fucking African. Culture's not the same. It's not the same. So it took you away from your culture. No. I invented all the music here. Damn near all the dances. What are you talking about? I am American culture. It is me. They try to pitch some Elvis in front of you talking about, no, they didn't invent rock and roll. Chuck Berry, baby. Chuck Berry, baby. And rock and roll comes from blues. That's where you messed up again. How the hell you gonna give it, excuse my language, how you gonna give it to Paleface? And he didn't create blues. And blues and country are side shoes of each other. And they both come from the black church. The gospel all the country singers admitted that. Johnny Cash said it before he died. He been admitted that. He said that sound comes from the black church. Country music comes from the black church. So there is nothing of vibrational pattern from America that you can credit to anybody but the American Negro, the original Indian, the indigenous American. You cannot credit it to anybody else. So this is why I'm talking to y'all, because y'all in the rut the most. Y'all are the ones that have been hit with the most shots from strangers, from people here, from your own. So y'all got to get on this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I just went to war with one of the sisters on the internet on Facebook. She trying to dog me out. You know what I'm saying? She going up and down, left and right, every switch of corner, but she ain't answering a mother flipping question. And it's like, that's our problem. We getting interrogated by people that don't even know the scoop and don't even know the bill. What? No. I know that. No. I totally know that, and I totally understand that because not just that book that you're talking about, but the there's plenty of them. There's the state fairs and there's I forgot what's the name of this other book, but they basically show like trading ports. Like, what I'm saying? Like, and there's nothing but Indians walking around. That's the craziest shit on earth. They're like, nah, they all died from smallpox. They were slaves. I mean, we killed them off, whatever. And they're like, there's a gang of Indians walking around. Okay, this is a big ass city. They can't be foreign. This is in America. So you got these big ass buildings, you know what I'm saying? All these Indians walking around, they doing business, commerce, all this different stuff. Okay, they can't be not from here. They're from here. So, I understand that it wouldn't make any sense for the most pyramids on Earth to be in America, and for me not to think that masonry and building didn't come from America. I'd be a fool to not think that. Giza's the greatest, bro. That's how you feel. If from birth I put this image in your head, that's how you feel. But if the biggest pyramid on Earth is here, and the most pyramids are here, that doesn't make any sense. And the checkmate is going to go to the people that have always said stuff about the Hebrews. Why would a man build his greatest monument in another person's land? Okay, well, it doesn't make any sense for the most pyramid on Earth to ever be built to be in America, and for me to think that Africa created the pyramid. That doesn't make any sense. It just logically sounds stupid. Why would I be better at you than your own craft? You stopped making pyramids in the 4th dynasty. That's what they credit the Egyptians for. They stopped making pyramids 800 years before the first Hebrew even came into Egypt. Okay, cool. Have that. We didn't stop building pyramids to the 1600s. That is crazy. Once I found that out, I thought that was news. I was like, you telling me the last pyramid built in America was in the 16th century? Yep. That's wild. So you forget how to do something, but we don't forget how to do something since memorial to when we got conquered and stopped. And we really didn't even get conquered all the way because the war don't stop until like 1924. They don't stop until 1924. And then 6 years later, you get these, Marcus Garveys and Elijah Muhammad or Farad Muhammad's. You know what I'm saying? You get the quadrillion years ago, the Moon Man or Monkey Man split from the moon, and Yakub, and you get all this different stuff. Meanwhile, they had Noble Drew Ali the whole time. He over here, he spent his, gospel trying to twist it from, being from South Carolina, native to the or indigenous to the land, but then wanted to switch with some old Hindu science, and now he bending nails, and I'm the true shaman. He's beat to death in the fucking cell. It's like, the game is weird, but it's because it's rigged. That's why. So now let's get back to what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to what they're doing. What sinister stuff are they up to?
We're vested in him. It's like magic. But you know what? The Constitution is a powerful document. And this is how our system works. Jim Jordan arguing that point in favor of Donald Trump and saying that
was the dude's name from Ohio, Jim Jordan.
All of this is like really, really, really flimsy. Watch.
Email. I want to read something that you said about Hillary Clinton's email server in 2016. You wrote in an opinion article, quote, whether through incompetence or willful disregard for security protocol, Hillary Clinton jeopardized national security for personal gain. Why do you think this behavior is horrible when Democrats mishandle classified information allegedly, but they're is nothing wrong at
No,
all when Republicans
You're
do it.
missing the key.
See, that's fucked up. Why she say that? Why she say allegedly? Bitch, she destroyed 13 fucking BlackBerry phones. Even one of your people admitted it on your fucking show. I think it was, I forgot who the fuck it was. This fat dude, but it's like, he even would say, he was like, nah, it's true. Nah, it's true. And they're like, nah, that's a lie. And he's like, nah, she really did that. Nah, she did. So there is no alleged with her. We know what she did. He was just saying, even if you did it out of foolishness, like you just slipped up, you still can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So now he's about to explain what's the difference.
You're missing the fundamental distinction. She was Secretary of State. President Trump was President of the United States. The Supreme Court.
So it can happen. You looking at real documents. You dealing with real. You fucking president. You got the red button. You got the red phone, the red button. You got all that shit. So it's understandable for you to have information like that. But for somebody to have a private server in a fucking house in a basement, and then when they knew that the feds was coming, the feds gonna get you. The feds go. These motherfuckers destroying phones and shit. They don't. When the feds came into her house, nigga, there was a bunch of broken phones on the floor. Dog, that's an instant arrest. That's an instant indictment. Get the fuck out of here. What are you, a nut job? You got a problem with Verizon? You beefing with Verizon now? You just fucking breaking 13 BlackBerry phones when it was hot. When everybody remember the BlackBerry phone, when it was hot, when it was in, it was the thing. This motherfucker just breaking 13 of them. Just, hey, fuck Verizon. Yeah, okay.
Court decision in Navy versus Egan wasn't about the Secretary of State. The Constitution doesn't say, the Secretary of State can classify, can control access to national security information. It says the president. That is the key distinction. But the left doesn't care. They're so determined to get President Trump. They've been going after him since before he ran, when they took a dossier they knew was false, took it to a secret court, got a warrant, and spied on 4 American citizens associated with his campaign, and it's continued to this day. And anyone with common sense can see that.
Boom, shaka, laka. You wonder why CNN doesn't bring on more Republicans, because it's really easy to knock down those straw men. The man who was in charge of the national intelligence for the Trump administration, a man named John Ratcliffe, was saying, wait a second, we're seeing a lot of information come out against Donald Trump. I seem to remember that there is a special counsel looking into Joe Biden's handling of classified information. Joe Biden had no power to maintain classified information, unlike Donald Trump, who was president. Joe Biden was not president. Joe Biden was selling classified secrets to the highest bidder. Joe Biden,
you always got to remember, Joe Biden, back in, I think 2011 or something like that, whatever, he was talking about how he had a plan to get out of Afghanistan. And during this plan, he was speaking on not rushing it because, we didn't want to leave weaponry and stuff like that in the hands of our enemies that will come back and hurt our babies. But if you notice, he left that stuff over there. Wasn't he begging the Saudis for some oil, my nigga? Now, remember, he takes our petroleum reserve. See, because I can hear people right now. What do you know about that? Why you know all this government shit? Because that's your gas, dumbass. It's your land, fool. Even if you don't like the system and you don't agree with it, why the fuck are you giving up all your goods? Why is everything made in China? Why did you allow that shit to slide? Why would you allow that shit to slide? You gonna tell me you need these motherfuckers to bend rubber for you? Cheap labor is a Democratic strategy. Sending your jobs overseas, that's some Democrats. In the meanwhile, doing that, it makes you a branded system. You know what I'm saying? Because you're getting all these different brands from all these different foreign places, because that's where you ship your jobs to. It's a deep game. Because see, People look at me like I'm bugging, but no, I'm really on that God shit. See, there's a difference between, thinking, being a historian, talking about, you the man, esoteric wisdom, and then being King Lord God. You know what I'm saying? King Lord God got to do business. Business has to keep going. My children like Capri Suns. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? My adults, they like being able to purchase, fresh clothing, you know what I'm saying, at department stores and buy deck accessories and all this different. See, God got to perform. God got to create that. People gonna want what they want. You know what I'm saying? Create guns. All them done. But I'm trying to tell y'all in a different way. I'm not talking about murder and hurt. No, that's the devil. No, I'm talking about God information. Okay, so in order to be on that frequency, to be able to conquer nations, and it doesn't have to be in a brutal sense. It could be conquering with wisdom. It could be changing of the guard, making people wiser beings. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. And that's actually what God, higher thought energy wants you to do. Christ consciousness wants you to engage with the Pharisees. He wants you to argue the narrative. What's going on right now? You know what I'm saying? Men or women? Oh, no, he's not. No. There's a woman. He's the woman. Okay, see, that's the changing of the guard. They just did it in a wicked, perverted way. Well, it's time for us to get on the right track. There's nothing wrong with exposing these bastards. It doesn't matter how much security they got and guns and devil words. No. You guys are only getting away with this shit because the angels ain't kicked in your freaking teeth yet. That's all it is. Any angel ain't about being soft and pretty. Shoot, it's about that sword. It's about that sword and that shield. People is coming for war. I mean, the system has played righteousness out like a punk. Like being good is weak. No, it's not. And it should never be mistaken for weakness. Your kindness should never be mistaken for weakness. Because just because you offer peace doesn't mean you can't offer war. There are plenty of people that can walk up to you with a smiling face and stab you in the same motion. Same motion. I thought it was peace. No, see? So don't mistake beauty. Don't mistake beauty for anger, because sometimes it actually is. The Joker, the one that kills you with a smile. So just keep that in mind as we're talking these type of discussions, because at the end of the day, the shit's going to crack, and it's for the people, by the people. It's going to be the energy of the nation of people. Whether you're going to use your eyes, you know what I'm saying, for what you see, or you're going to argue narratives because of what people put in your head.
We will prove to you was with Barack Obama's permission maintaining these business relationships in order to profit.
I think I was talking about the whole Biden. Remember? Old Biden. Talking about the Bidens, right? Obama's lead the richest family. Lead the richest family in president history ever. Something ain't right about this.
Profit off of classified information. Things that are so much worse than what they're accusing Donald Trump of doing. And John Ratcliffe saying, hey, what the hell's going on? What? We're getting photos of Donald Trump's bathroom documents, but nothing, not a peep out of the special counsel looking into Joe Biden. Everyone's forgotten about that. Go.
Look, let's be real easy about this. As a former federal prosecutor, I can tell you when you line up the cases against Secretary of State Clinton, President Donald Trump, and Senator Joe Biden, there's no reasonable prosecutor that won't tell you that the easiest case to make, a slam dunk case, is that Senator Joe Biden broke the law. There is no legal excuse, justification, or rationale that ever justifies a United States senator having possession of classified documents in his home and his office. And it would
now. You know what the fuck they saying? They're saying this nigga should have been indicted years ago. Now, here's the funny thing. People are like, well, oh, why they bring it up now? They resonate. Nigga, we just finding this out. But why? Because of Trumpy. That's what people don't get. That's the analogy or the metaphor, should I say, of this whole situation. They kept calling this dude. Why would his name be fucking Trump? What is he sounding off? And people are, oh, no, I don't believe in it. You don't have to believe in anything, stupid. They on earth gave us a book you can open and read. You don't have to believe shit. But when they talk about prophecy, why does it happen? Because they're creating it. The weatherman, propaganda, the media, it's all controlled. You think they would let y'all motherfuckers just run around loose in this bitch? You think you just free on the internet? No, you're not. You choose to learn wisdom. Everybody ain't learning no fucking wisdom. Most people don't feed off knowledge. Some of us out here get a thirst for it. Some of us, like, we're depleted if we're not learning something. You know what I mean? And to be on the level of, instead of a craft or a doctorate or a degree of some form of teaching, we choose to just get it all. You know what I'm saying? You don't need their degrees to qualify your information, especially if it's granted by them. How can they argue something that they put? That's why the Indian conversation is just stupid. And it's like when you punch a person in the face with it, they're so flabbergasted, they don't even know how to respond to it. They just like wobble over it. And you're like, no, you can't wobble over that. That is your problem. You know, you can't name a person something that didn't exist. So why did you call them Indians? Because it's a suffix word. Guardian, vegetarian, veterinarian. Okay, Indian, suffix word. Indi for indigenous, and Ian meaning from or to. You know what I'm saying? Indigenous to or indigenous from this land. That is what the suffix words mean. They don't want you to be educated. They want you to be stupid. They want you to keep thinking like a fucking moron. There is no India in 1492. So that is dead. That's not why he called them Indians. He called them Indians because it's a suffix word. See, they don't want you to think. They want you to be dumb. And that's fine. But what are we learning about Joe Biden and Obama? Remember, it all comes together. You got the ghetto has became gayer and weaker ever since these two presidents. Like, y'all can't front. The last time y'all had some strength was the damn Bush days. You know what I'm saying? Ever since Obama and Joe Biden, you know what I'm saying? Shit, even Trump too, because y'all was so blinded by racism, y'all was making yourselves weak. But it's like Obama messed black people up. He made them some whiny, complaining bitches. It's crazy.
Wouldn't have taken Jack Smith applying the laws evenly, even 7 months to move forward on a case against Joe Biden. He would have moved forward in 7 days, which begs the question. It did take him 7 months in his prosecution of President Trump to get to this point. Where's the special counsel that was appointed to investigate Joe Biden? It's been 5 months. We haven't seen a story. You could put out a missing persons report on Robert Hur, the special counsel that was appointed in this case. But if we apply the laws evenly, as Jack Smith says that we should, in any case, at least by the early part of August, we ought to have Robert Hur moving forward in 7 months saying, here's the case against Joe Biden and this is what it means.
Joe Biden had no constitutional authority or right to maintain classified documents. He had thousands of them in 5 different locations that we know of. We haven't seen a single leaked photo of that. We've never seen a photo of Joe Biden's closet or whatever awful Hunter Biden cocaine, crack lace, dildo collection document stash that he might have had. There's no embarrassing leaked photos at all of that. Reminder, the photos that were put online from Hunter Biden's documents had to be taken down for because they include child predations. It's the kindest possible way we can put that. Just Just let that ruminate for a second. They weren't allowed to publish the documents or the images on Hunter Biden's laptops and mobile devices because they included too many images of children. What does that tell you?
Man. See, the 85,000 children gone. And the people being caught at the border with bracelets on. All this type of stuff, people are dunking under the rug. See, it's been moving. You know what I'm saying? It's Hillary Clinton's associate that tried to kidnap them Haitian kids. See, it's been moving. So now run back Pizzagate again. Now how conspiracy theory do you think it is? When once you put them in power, 85,000 unaccompanied minors, no IDs, no names, don't even speak the language, just disappear. And American Indian, you don't think there's blood on your hands? You think you waking up for no reason? All the ultimate energy just showing you the truth for nothing. Because it's about getting your land back, right? You can't have your land back unless it's a righteous land. This is the energy that you speak. This is what you're rushing for, telling the truth, opening the floodgates of honesty and what really happened. Well, the most precious jewels you're going to have to deal with. And it's not knowledge, and it's not gold. It's the babies.
Ladies and gentlemen. These are evil individuals, obviously. We've covered this. These are individuals who are going to warp and manipulate the law in order to get Donald Trump.
Why haven't we got that Epstein list yet? And who's holding it? Can't be the Republicans. They're the only ones talking about it. They're the only ones looking for it. You know, like the origins of CV-19. You did. See, it's not about the politics. It's about the policies. What is a person reaching for? What are they trying to do? And if a person just wants you to believe in God, carry your guns, and follow the law, I can't call them an enemy. Opposed to someone who's like, you can pick any God you want. Oh, it's all right if you commit a crime. And, oh, guns are killing kids. Not people are killing kids with guns. No, guns are killing kids. There's kids that accidentally shoot themselves. How could a kid accidentally get a hold of a gun? See, that's just illogical thinking. Courtesy of who? Democrats.
Accused Donald Trump of the crimes of which they are guilty of. That is the iron law of wokeism.
Sorry. Demon rats.
These are evil individuals, obviously. We've covered this. These are individuals who are going to warp and manipulate the law in order to get Donald Trump, accused Donald Trump of the crimes of which they are guilty of. That is the iron law of wokeism. And we are going to show you precisely how that worked in this situation and who's actually responsible for all of this. Who's the guy at the very tippy top? It's a perfect day to be joined by a Joe Biden whistleblower. We'll be on the program shortly, Mike McCormick, somebody who worked for the Obama administration. Meanwhile, we have a man who is running in the 2024 election cycle against Donald Trump. His name's Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek has I think, had the most interesting 2024 run of anyone thus far. This man is really, really carving up the country it's sort of a barnstorm here. It's been fascinating. We're going to be doing a public event with Vivek in Pennsylvania, but Vivek was invited on CNN this weekend.
Vivek's cool. That's all good and dandy. Y'all can watch that. You know what I'm saying? If y'all go to his page and everything. You know what I'm saying? Let's hear a little bit of this. Where's it at?
Yeah. And in 2020, I published a book about him, Joe Biden authorized on the 2020 crack of the Democratic Party. Because as I was watching them impeach President Trump, I was like, wait a minute, I know what's going on with Joe Biden behind the scenes. He should not be elected president. Well, here he is. So now we've got to bring the corruption out. And that's what we're doing. And thanks so much for having me on.
So I want to just set firmly here, you are not some type of raving partisan. You worked for Republican presidents, for Democrat presidents, for Republican presidents again. Your job was to deliver clear and precise messaging of what happened, the TikTok of what actually happened, and to be accurate. Yes?
Absolutely. You know, I was hired into the Obama White House by Barack Obama. I passed his FBI background check. I mean, I'm not partisan. I'm a registered independent. I wouldn't have been.
He was cleared by Barack Obama. Let's listen to him.
In there, if I was a Republican, they wouldn't have hired me.
So you got an opportunity to travel internationally with Joe Biden, as you just illuminated for us, to these countries that are now getting quite a bit of scrutiny. Can you tell us what those trips were like and what was revealed to you?
Well, that's why I wrote the book, because Joe Biden's unpresidential. He's always has been. There's no way that guy should have been elected president in a legitimate election. I saw that. I knew that. And that's why I put the book out. It came out in March 2020. Lockdowns hit a week after. No one talked about it. No one knew about it. And then suddenly he was the campaign from the basement guy. So in these countries, there's a chapter in my book about Joe Biden meeting Vladimir Putin in Moscow. It's called Bitch Slapped in Moscow. That's the chapter, because he got publicly humiliated by Vladimir Putin in this meeting. The press were there. No one reported the way I saw it. I was like, wait a minute. I've been in world leader meetings. One world leader doesn't treat another world leader that way and not get reported. And in his nutshell, what he did was Putin shut down the microphone in the middle of Joe Biden's sentence, cut all the lights off, told the TV guys to leave, and basically shut up Joe Biden right in the middle of a big meeting. That's hard to do, to shut up Joe Biden. Vladimir Putin did it. They've been at each other's throats ever since. That's what this whole the Burisma thing came out of that. And I think the Ukraine war is part of that too. It's awful what's happened out of Joe Biden.
Now, why would that be? Now let's think. Let's use our brains. Why would Putin G-check him over there? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't in America. It was over there. Why would he G-check him? Cut the cameras off. Make everybody get out. Hey, man, you can't be talking like that. Why would that happen? And then why would Biden be mad? Now think about it. The war in Ukraine is against who? The LLC business deals, the Biden family $1 million secrets. They're being ran out of Ukraine. Even China sided with Russia in Korea. Korea and China, or North Korea and China sided with Russia against the Ukraine situation. Why? See, there's some old fucking, oh, come on, baby, just sign the treaty. I stuck you. Like Dave Chappelle was saying shit, he didn't even know what the fuck he was saying. But you weren't even talking about George Bush Jr. No, you was talking about Biden. That's what he was talking about. Because at the end of the day, he didn't hold no weight. Nobody looked at him like that. That's why he said Putin cut off his mic. Like, punk, man, nobody look at you like this. Shut up. You're not Bill Clinton. You can't get no hostages. You ain't Barack. They couldn't have done that to Barack Obama. So he shut you down. But why? What did Putin know about you? Once again, go back to that Ukraine war. Who is it against? Russia. So why would Russia beef with a country who has an actor as a president. Always remember that. But Fidel Castro, always remember that actor. Why would they be in a beef for no reason? Like, why would we be over there? 40 billion, 50 billion, 100 billion. Oh, we gotta help them. Yo, where their flag? Oh, we're down. Whose ass were we really saving? Ukrainians was dying all day. It wasn't them. The Russians, them the enemies. It wasn't them. We wasn't saving America because it wasn't America's beef. We were saving Joe Biden. So at the end of the day, if he's like, yo, he got bitch slapped, you know what I'm saying, by Putin, watch, we about to finish this shit. But all in all, we can see why Putin didn't like his little motherfucking ass. Because he like, nigga, I know what you doing over there. I hear things. The fuck? We was the USSR, punk. That's what he was. Oh, he's trying to get the Soviet Union back. Man, what did you just say? He's trying to get it back. So that means it was before. So Putin holding big weight Russia, bro. You act like he can't come up in Ukraine. You see that he did. So that's a trip that old boy was there. Got in through Barack Obama. And he's like, yo, this dude was going out like a gimp. You know what I'm saying? They was dogging him out back then. But it's like, why would he be so quiet? Why was he not barking? Because look at all this illegal shit he was doing. I bet Biden did just take that on the chin. He like, got millions of dollars on the line. This is all around the same time. This Biden shit, when he was VP, this shit ain't talking about when Trump came around. Trump wasn't even around. Motherfucker, we talking about 14, 13, 12, shit going all the way up to 18, 19. All through the 2000 teens in this motherfucker. And the Biden's is eating.
Biden's egotism and unpresidential behavior.
So let's zoom in a little bit, please, because these documents, this FD 1023 from the FBI, you're obviously being proven right here.
Yeah.
This is a news cycle about you being correct. You've been sort of the man calling out into the blackness for a while, and we've just come about your story, and we want...
Man calling out into the blackness. Masonic term. What we talking about? Evil? Nah. The unknown. You know what I'm saying? It's really not about evil or good because there really is no evil or good. Light is information. From information, we get moral wisdom. That's why we have a compass. You know, it goes with the wind or the direction, because a moral, mortal man will turn into a raging beast if he has to protect what is good. Then at the same time, evilness can be perceived as unknown, because what is the strike of a hammer? It can be viewed as a negative sight, but also it can build cities and towers. You know what I'm saying? It's like yo, Peter Parker's uncle said it best. Yo, with great power comes great responsibility. You understand? And a lot of people just don't get that. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are also weak and evil, and they rather take the negative side. And even if you go that route as an adolescent, you eventually have to rise up. That's the point of at least manhood. The point of manhood is to rise. The point of femininity is to, I don't know. Nowadays, I thought back in the day it was about, the feminine expression. You know what I'm saying? Just putting the ta-da on it. You know what I mean? Just ta-da. You know, I thought that's what it was. Now, I don't know what the hell it is. But I know manhood is about rising. It's about rising to the occasion, rising to the horizon, rising with the phallus, like you do every morning. It's like there's something about the masculine energy that is about prevailing. It's about overcoming things and making things better, or at least trying. You know, we don't say we're perfect. We say we strive for perfection. So I say that to say this: when you're dealing with people that aren't on that type of wisdom, and they're coming out here and, they're, hee-hawing in your face, but at the same time, They're trafficking kids and they're doing faulty deals with your money. You guys, even if you sell dope, this is the funny thing about you. If you sell drugs, you're not credited for the true, taxation of your life. You know what I'm saying? It's better to be in the system. It's better to work in the system because at least you have credit. But if you're just out there selling drugs and doing everything under the table, then you really don't have any standpoint on these, things that are going on. And at the same time, you're really not a part of the connection of your nation that you live in. So you're of a disservice. You know what I mean? And you're still being taxed for your shirts, your food. You're going to get taxed anyway. So why wouldn't you want compensation for what's going to happen inevitably anyway? See, the negative life has always been a stupid life. It never really made any sense, but they catch you while you're young with gangs, horror movies, religions. They always catch you while you're a kid, and they always make you disappear as you're a kid, and they always sacrifice you as a kid. It's something about protecting the children. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
Want to illuminate it for the American people because you've been correct. And so it must feel great to finally have hundreds of thousands of millions of people.
And he keeps saying illuminated. Why? Because Benny is a good Mason. He wants you to be enlightened. This is the time of enlightenment. We are supposed to be rising to the occasion of information. And it's sad that, like I said earlier, through this indigenous walk and really becoming who we are, that this would be there. See, the last days is real. It wasn't, Christ is coming out of the sky with 2 million angels. No, it's Christ coming out of the sky, the mind, with 2 million angles on how you were going to get the kingdom correct. And you don't have to believe in anything. You're reading it. You believe that your eyes work and you really read. And if you just read the understanding of the story and take the allegory for what it is, it's about the great heroes. It's about the returning of the truth. And that's what we're doing out here through biblical literature, through video games like Zelda with the Triforce. It's like, come on, bro. Like, you guys don't see what the point is about the great hero, the great, becoming of what is supposed to be. I hope y'all ready, man. I hope y'all ready, because in that fight, you have to deal with truth. Can't sit around and just watch rap videos all day and talk about rap politics all day, because that was an illusion anyway. That's why most of the rappers nowadays look weird as hell. Like, you got pictures of Lil Baby. He's supposed to be a killer from the streets in one of the goofy, fruitiest outfits. Offset Ben did it. It's weird.
People now seeing that you were right all along. What did you see in Ukraine specifically? What did you see the Bidens do?
Well, I was watching just as you were leading into this. So I'll start with the Shokin stuff. And we can go further back if you want, but Shokin, since you're talking about it, let's start with that. And here's the big thing about the whole my understanding. So when I wrote that book in 2020, I based on what I saw and heard and sort of experienced live, just standing at the fringe of what was going on. In 2021, Garrett Ziegler, the head of Marco Polo, gave me a copy of the Hunter Biden laptop. He said, no strings attached. He said, Mike, you know a lot about Biden. You should go into this and see what you can find. And I was delighted because I knew it would corroborate what I'd been saying. So I started writing a Substack, and the Substack is called...
You know what's so weird about this story? I'm just being honest with y'all. The laptop was given to a blind man. So a blind man runs a pawn shop. What rate? Oh my goodness. What Masonical initiation is this? What is this? Like, even the whole way it's given to us is Masonic than a motherfucker. And even if we want to say they're good Masons, you cannot deny that they're Masons. A blind man who owns a pawn shop is given the Hunter Biden laptop. Just saying it. Just slow it down. See, that's the greatest thing about this game. Just slow it down. Don't run through the rules. Read them. Slow it down. A blind man that runs a pawn shop receives the Hunter Biden laptop. It even rhymes. Like if it's a riddle. But who's the blind man? Okay. That's where the allegory comes in. Who would be the blind man in this situation? And you do own a pawn shop because you guys give out goods. You trade, you barter in your life, you do business. But you're blind to what's going on. So it's revealed to you. Was Hunter Biden high out of his mind? Hell yeah. But for him to slip like that, and look what his father's doing. And him. It's juicy. It's wow.
Midnight in a laptop of good and evil. And I started digging into the time periods when I was in Ukraine with Joe Biden and when I was in other places with Joe Biden. And so there's a long timeline that goes together. Joe Biden was interested in energy in Ukraine from 2009 on. I call him the mastermind of this Burisma plot. He knew who the players were from 2009 on, but to get specifically to Shokin. So what I've seen in the laptop, in September of 2015, the ambassador to Ukraine, Jeffrey Pyatt, comes out and does this major speech. We think Burisma is corrupt. He didn't use Mykola Zlochevsky's name per se, but he made this big speech about corruption in Ukraine and mentioned Burisma. While Hunter Biden was already on the board, everybody in America knew it was on the board. It was public notice. It was publicly announced in the middle of May in 2014. So a couple of months later, here they are. They're talking about, well, they're corrupt.
Hold up. I'm actually done with this because that's all I needed. Hold up. 2014. What's going on in 2014? What is going on in 2014? Starting of the jab. Starting of the jab is 2014. So at the end of the day, Barack's the one who said that shit. He's the one who brought it up. He's the one who was talking about we could run into something worse than the Spanish flu. This is when he says this. 2014. Wow. So at the end of the day, I'm just asking. Is it my fault that I'm looking at what I'm looking at? Because see, something is going to crash that people aren't seeing. There's an Aboriginal conversation going on, and it's against the conversation that's been going on with the melanated group, and that's this African thing. Okay. But if this is going on at the same time, at the top of the board, what does that have in store for you? And I mean that in so many different ways. The influence of the energy that you put out, whether it's the gangster thing or, you know, the conscious thing or whatever is going on. What's going to happen if it does all fall or if it does all clash? Because think of the side that we're talking about. We're talking about exposing a side that other people have been talking about, but in a different way, just historical. What's going to happen if all this stuff just crashes? And people start really admitting, oh, okay, this is really happening and everything like that. Okay. And then think about the children. There's a lot of kids missing right now, guys. Regardless of all this Trump talk, and there's a lot of kids missing right now, guys. And the crazy thing is, they're not even from this country. Some of them are, but most of them ain't. And that's crazy. And like y'all act like y'all forgot about the Bohemian Grove, and y'all forgot about everything that's still here. It's still here. You guys don't talk about it no more. You're like, oh, nah, that's not going down. 85,000 kids. They got their artist Doja Cat and all that stuff, rocking this red face. For real. They got rappers like Pusha T wearing Lil Nas X socks. For real. So I'm lying. All right. Keep doing what you're doing. But just know this. Everything that's corrupt with Biden, Obama been co-signed because Obama left the richest president that ever was in the White House. And he picked him. He picked Joe Biden. That's the weirdest shit ever. Dude, and read eulogies at Klan funerals. For real. And not just some old redneck in the sticks. No. They said the Grand Poobah, the Grand Wizard. You don't want your kids going to school in racial jungles. That's wild. That's who the coon president would pick. The one time a black president comes in. He's already wrote a book under the name Barry, but now we meet him as Barack Obama, and now he's from Africa, and he's so fucking proud of himself, but he's raised in Hawaii. You can't make this shit up. He's supposed to be down. He played basketball. He's black. He's raised in Hawaii. That is so far for the turf that there is no way in hell that you could even say that he is black. There is no way that you would meet a black man who's born and raised in Hawaii and associate him with urban street culture. That makes no sense. Nigga, you've been raised on the beach. Stop it. Like literally. This doesn't make any sense. But he would be the one that would supposed to be down. People are crying, black president, but he brings in a racist VP. All right. And he's doing dirt. He's doing deals and all that type of stuff. Black Lives Matter starts when Barack Obama's in office. Now peep that. Peep game. Ain't that a bitch? Somebody who robs the black community for $100 million. Cold cash. Didn't do nothing to him. Nothing for him. Would be created at the time of the first black president. So what does that mean? That means that police is killing black people, supposedly. A gang of them. So he does nothing for your community. A gang of y'all dying while he's in office. His VP's doing dirt. That's why, obviously, he's letting him do dirt. So obviously, he's getting paid too. But Jeezy's president is black. Jay-Z got Obama on the text. Weird. Now remember, Jay-Z ain't closed down Mozzie Projects. He ain't built Never Never Land for them brothers and sisters. He done nothing. Diddy ain't done nothing. Dr. Dre ain't done nothing. All these dudes. Master P didn't sell out. Master P ain't done nothing. None of these niggas done nothing. Do you know, after 2 years of the Emancipation Proclamation, that those ex-slaves built 9 universities? 2 years into being out of slavery, they built 9 fucking colleges. There was no billionaires back then. At least not no Negroes. Now we got 5 billionaire Negroes. Kanye, Dr. Dre, Jay-Z, Oprah Winfrey, Rihanna, Robert Johnson. None of these projects closed down. They love you though. Black people, black celebrities, black. I got Obama on the tax. Actors, man. Hollywood actors. Y'all be safe out there. But just know this. While you're in there battling, fighting for truth, and while you see the door opening up, just remember what's on the other side. It ain't no heaven for you. It's heaven right here. But it's what you're producing, what you're leaving for the next ones. Too much technology to be this slow. And it's not about hating on the story that they gave you. It's about having common sense. The whole world is using you. There's only one place that they all want to go. They'll sneak in. They'll lie to get in. They'll cheat. They'll crawl. They'll sell on boats. They'll sneak through cargo. They'll do whatever they can do to get where. And that's where the real argument come in. Because they keep talking about Canada, Siberians, and they talk about the Amazonian, and they talk about all this stuff, but the capital is right there in the middle. And for some reason, it would be mixed with Shriners, Boule, the Illuminati, Moors. It's the land of the North Gate. It's the land of secrets. It's the North Gate. But some Moors said that. And that's where you get into the chessboard. Real game of chess. Anybody out there play chess, they all know the white piece move first. Why? This is made by melanated beings. Why would they allow that to happen? Obviously, they're not racist. What does the light piece or the white piece represent? Light. That's why it moves first. Because, see, your brain is going to operate before your body does. See, your body is the unknown because nobody knows what you're going to do. Nobody can see what is in your mind but you. And that is why the game is white versus black. So while you walk around this racist world thinking that people are superior because they burn in the sun, which makes no sense, and thinking other people are superior because they're dumb as hell and can't get out the projects and build their families up. Touche, huh? Maybe because that's not the way the game works. Maybe because you're not supposed to be on the board at all. You're not supposed to be used. You're supposed to be the user. You're the one using the situation. You're the one operating with the hand on the pawn, the king, the queen, the rook, the knight, the bishop. It is our world that we're letting fools control due to this thing called popularity and fashionism and all this. Oh, he's cool because everybody says he's cool, but am I really listening to him? Am I really hearing her or them or they or whatever this Hollywood internet media propaganda TV shows that they're doing? But I notice it's all fake. Watch Malcolm in the Middle, watch Martin, watch Car 54, where are you? Watch whatever you want to watch. But realize that it's all a show. It's all an act. There's a cut at the end, and there's an action in the beginning. Control out of chaos. Goes.